Well, it hasn't even been 24 hours since the last incident featuring paint and a HSBC branch. And then there's now another. In fact, if you look at my uploads on YouTube, the last video I was talking was actually about, in part, the incident with HSBC Bank of Glasgow. And now we've got another. Right. Same shit, different bucket of paint, with probably a similar bit of glass. Right? But you've got to recognise something. Right? When these social justice warriors and climate cuckoos throw the paint from the bucket to the glass, from the bucket to the glass, these eco freaks are a pain in the ass. There we go, instead of that reverse crap. Anyway, so there's always what you call a projectile area, right? Distance between the bucket and the glass, right? And so there's going to be someone innocent getting clobbered with at least 2 litres of paint. I think that's fucking wrong. It's disgusting. Right? Where are these social justice warriors when, let's say, talking about the grooming gangs? Where were they? Where were the social justice warriors when school bullying was extreme? Where were the social justice warriors when the community pedo was getting exposed? Where were the social justice warriors when where were they when Missy McPherson got stung out of $5,000 for these doorstep knocking wankers? Well, these social justice warriors ain't worth a shit that's inside your toilet. Right? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They really do pick and choose their concerns, and I don't really think throwing paint on glass belonging to a building is going to help anything anytime soon. Just Stop Oil. What's the other one? Insulate UK. Right? See if we rewind the clock a bit to when our mothers and fathers were maybe about 20, 21, etc. This shit was totally unheard of. And the occasional appearance of it was dealt by man, not by police. Right? Like in America was some kind of incident similar to what we were trying to describe previously, but the people all got rounded up and sent into blocked wards and never to be heard nor seen of again. I think that was actually quite a good thing. So that kind of taught society a lesson. Don't be like them. No. The people inside the banks when they were getting painted, right, they must have got horrible frights. And where was security? Inexistent. And it says at massive tones about big bank, little problem, could have been dealt with through security weren't available or existent, as I say, right? The security were just non-existent. This is how these issues are happening. If I ever had a chance to say to the HSBC person to person, get security. Because you don't know when the next person comes along and they have, let's say, ISIS tendencies, then everyone would be fucked. Where's your security then? Get it now before potentially people get hurt and killed. These climate people, they never have a solid cause, and they always seem to piss off more people than please. We have you have a bank account with HSBC, or don't have a bank account with HSBC, and buy in mass, right? HSBC is more for companies rather than the person. So for anyone to be trying to engage in such a idiotic way of behaving is totally it is above my IQ. I don't know why, when, or where, but I tell you something, you know, if there's that incident where paint inadvertently gets touched by the innocent public, the innocent public could go feral and batter these climate justice warriors within inches of their life. This is Glasgow. This is no woke cuddly place, right? See, if people think they're in danger, they can go feral, and it's without any control of anybody else externally. This is going to cause all sorts of carry on. It could end up in a situation where somebody chucks the paint and another person, member of the public, puts him to the ground and batters him dead. Right? We've got enough death and ill feeling in this world the way it is without adding to it. So if there's anyone in that climate eco-freako nonsense, I want to have a word with you. You are not helping. And giving me a lecture is just going to make me turn around and walk away. Touch me or any of my family with your stupid sanctimonious paint and the cannibal straight up your arse. Anyway, anyone else that can actually behave themselves when they go into town, I commend you, and I'll catch you later.